Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. I have another shipment from Eaglemoss, and as all too often is the case, another story to tell. I only got one ship this time. Apparently, when I had called, and I had mentioned this I think in previous videos, I had called to see what would it take. Well, I called for other reasons, but while I had a representative on the phone, I wanted to see what it would take to get caught up with the most current U.S. subscription. And I was told that, you could get like 4 ships at a time rather than just the 2. And I didn't really want to do that. I mean, I did want to, but financially, different story. But I told them not to. But apparently there was a misunderstanding and they did. So my next shipment, I got 4 ships at a time, which is kind of awesome, really. And it didn't break the bank, but it certainly wouldn't have helped in the long run. Well, I called them up. This was a mistake. I only wanted to keep it at 2 at a time. I would like to go to 4 at a time, but I can't afford it right now. So they switched it back. Well, my most recent shipment came. I only had one thing. As you can see here, all I got was the Botany Bay. I'm thinking, okay, so they've taken me from 2 at a time to 4 at a time to 1 at a time. Called them up. The lady put me on hold for a moment. She's like, let me look into this. She comes back. She said, this is the most current U.S. subscription as of us, at the time we sent you your package out, your subscription out. So, inadvertently, I appear to have gotten caught up, which is awesome. But now, it's kind of odd. Things are going to be a little off for the rest of the ships, but whatever. So, I have here the Botany Bay. I also, and I've had this for a few days, and I've been kind of sitting on it because I also have a new camera. And this is the first test to see how it's going to go. This one hopefully will autofocus better and give a better picture than the last one, which was a bit temperamental and didn't like to autofocus on the right things anyway. I'd like to wonder. So, we've got the newest ship. The only one that I got, the Botany Bay. And if we open it up, we've got our usual content specifications. This talks about the Botany Bay and it being a sleeper ship. And of course more information, and we go into about Khan and his men. And then designing the Botany Bay. Oh wait, I missed a piece. Here's the usual profile centerpiece. There's designing the Botany Bay, which is interesting because it was originally designed as a cargo ship with removable sections. And it talks about that and the CGI redoing where they gave it more weathering for it being in space for so long. And as we talk about Khan's return and his return to Star Trek 2 and the making of Star Trek 2, which was a very interesting read because I've had this for a couple of days waiting to get the new camera. I've actually looked through it, read most of it. So, there we have it. And next up will be the Norway class for me, as well as one other. But a quick peek at the ship. We have the Botany Bay. And it certainly does look dirty. But kind of makes sense. They're trying to give it the weathered, I've been floating around space picking up debris look. At the same time, honestly, if something's been in space that long, was it really going to pick up that much debris? I guess it would get hit, potentially, from time to time by stuff, but I don't think that often. What do I know? I've not traveled in space for hundreds of years. I certainly got a lot of detail. We've got the Botany Bay on the side here. Lots and lots of dirt and weathering. You've got your little seams for where the 2 pieces are together, which kind of stinks, but seems that the kind of main body is metal. This, and this are plastic. But then you've got your kind of almost fins here. So a neat little ship. I don't know if any or what kind of detail it's missing, honestly. I haven't studied the diagrams of the ships all of that much. Which kind of leads me into my next question, if you will. I'm going to take a moment to put this on its stand. So I have a bit of an inquiry. I've been doing the videos on the Star Trek Starships magazine collection for quite some time. Certainly not the first to do it. And I've said in many other videos, I started doing this because when I got these ships at first, there weren't a lot of people making videos, but there was no one that I could find in the US talking about the US subscription. And I thought there was a fair chance that things might differ. They really haven't. I thought that perhaps some of the mistakes that were showing up in the models in the UK might get fixed by the time they come to America. The first thing that comes to mind is the Equinox with its D instead of an O, but they've all been the same. So for the most part, there hasn't been a difference. If you're looking to see a review about these ships, there are other people out there that probably do, well, they do more in-depth reviews and seem a little bit more knowledgeable about what ships are canon and what aren't. I am a fan, but I haven't studied that much. So I am considering not doing these videos anymore. They don't seem to get a lot of views. Is anybody watching them? Would anybody like to see me continue to do these videos on upcoming ships? Would you like to just see maybe a collection of ships instead of each and every one? Maybe just the specials. I've got the ISS Enterprise that I'll be recording next because I just got that yesterday. Would you like to see the specials? Maybe the stuff that's just from the Eaglemoss shop, or maybe just nobody's really watching mine. And you know, I can't. There's plenty of them out there, so I can't say I blame anybody. I realize I'm not doing the most in-depth reviews, just kind of an overlook for anybody that's curious to what they look like. So leave a comment below. What would you like to see? Should I bother? Should I limit it to certain things? Should I expand more upon what I'm doing? Or let silence speak volumes? And at that, I will leave you to have a good day. I thank you for watching. Leave your comments down below and keep on keeping on.